In Part 9, Section 2 of the Vigyan Bhairav Tantra, today we will discuss in detail the dialogue between Shiva and Shakti, the verses, and related topics concerning Karika 60, the Nirvrikshagiri Bityadi Desha Drashti Dhyan, gaze meditation upon a barren landscape, mountain, or wall. Now, let's really dive into this profound scripture. What we have here isn't just an ancient text. It's literally an applied technology of consciousness. We're going to unpack one of the most radical, direct paths to spiritual liberation ever recorded. I want you to imagine stepping into an expanse so vast, so incredibly boundless, that your eyes simply cannot find a single object to rest upon. What actually happens to your mind when it has absolutely nothing left to look at? This isn't just some hypothetical question to ponder. It is the absolute foundation of the meditation practice we're exploring today. Section 1. The Cosmic Dialogue. To truly grasp the weight of this, we first need to understand the context. This entire scripture is a sacred transmission of knowledge, designed specifically to completely dissolve the boundaries of human perception. It's framed as an intimate, divine conversation. Shakti, who represents the dynamic energy of the universe, asks for the absolute truth. And Shiva responds not with vague concepts, but with precise, actionable techniques. The text outline 112 unique dharnas, or techniques of centering, which proves there are so many different gateways to the divine. Today, we're walking through one incredibly powerful gateway together. Section 2. Karika 60. The Open Gaze. We're going to focus on a highly specific meditation technique known as drishti bandhana, or gaze fixation. And what makes this so fascinating is that it's actually performed with your eyes wide open. It completely challenges that common misconception that deep meditation only happens when we close our eyes and shut ourselves off from the world. Looking at the authentic source material, specifically the commentary by Sri Bapulal Anjana, it's absolutely crucial we understand the precise mechanics of what Lord Shiva is teaching here. Listen closely to the original Sanskrit verse, still ringing out across the centuries. Nirvikshagiri Bityadi Deshe Drishtam Vinikshapit, Viline Manase Bhave Vridikshina Prajayate. The literal meaning is absolutely profound. Let's break it down. Nirviksha means without trees, Giri means mountains, Bityadi means walls and so forth, and Deshe means in a place. Drishtam is your gaze, and Vinikshapet means one should fix it. So step 1 is instructing the practitioner to fix their gaze on a void entirely devoid of trees, mountains, or walls. And the second half, Viline Manase Bhave, means when the mind's state dissolves, Vridikshina, which is the destruction of mental fluctuations, Prajayate, is born. Section 3. Deconstructing the supportless gaze. So the literal first step here requires placing yourself in a very specific environment, a Nirvrikshagiri Bityadi Desha, where your eyes simply cannot grasp onto any defining features. Think of it as stepping into the great void, or Mahashunya, of a completely treeless horizon. You are intentionally creating a physical setting where your visual processing system is completely starved of boundaries. By intentionally removing these visual anchors, you enter what the text calls Niralamba Bhavana, or supportless meditation. You see, our minds are basically meaning-making machines, right? They are constantly looking for external objects to latch onto, to judge, to label. When you deliberately deprive the mind of these external objects, you force your consciousness into a supportless state. And that right there is the core trigger of this tantric mechanism. And this naturally leads us to vritti kshaya. Vritti translates to the constant, restless chatter or fluctuations of our mind. Picture them as waves on a choppy lake. Because the mind suddenly has no visual stimuli to feed upon in this supportless state, these mental impressions have nothing to cling to. So they naturally begin to starve, fade, and ultimately face complete destruction. Think about our everyday perception for a second. Object-focused gazing forces our mind to compulsively cling to things. A tree, a wall, your phone screen. But supportless gazing, it's a radical practice. By staring out into the infinite void, into a boundless, empty sky, you directly short-circuit the mind's deep-rooted habit of grasping. You transition from seeing objects to experiencing pure, unadulterated space. Section 4. Dissolving the mind's fluctuations. Now let's walk through the actual expansive methodology of this sadhana, which unfolds in 6 distinct steps. Step 1 is selecting your location. You need to find that vast, open expanse, the Mahashunya, completely free from trees or walls. Step 2 is your posture. Sit steadily, balance your breathing, and keep your eyes wide open. Step 3 requires the infinite expansion of your gaze. You are looking through the space, not at anything. Step 4 is drishti bandhana, the actual gaze fixation. This induces the unwani state, a profound state of mindlessness. And it's fascinating because this ancient tantric science aligns perfectly with modern science. Neurobiology shows that when the eyes find no edges, the brain's default mode network quiets down, which essentially mirrors a state of quantum emptiness. Step 5 is the spontaneous dissolution of those restless mental fluctuations, the vrittis. And finally, step 6 is entering the non-dual Advaita Mahasamadhi, a unified state of pure consciousness and divine dissolution.
The key word I really want you to take away from this is spontaneous. The yogi doesn't force the mind to stop. You literally cannot fight the mind into submission. Instead, the dissolution of these mental impressions happens entirely spontaneously, purely through that unbroken, supportless gaze. By simply maintaining the physical posture of open eyes in a boundless void, your entire internal landscape organically shifts on its own.
Section 5, Achieving the Supreme State. The commentary is incredibly specific about the benefits of this practice. The practitioner becomes Brahmavishta, meaning they are completely absorbed in the ultimate reality or Brahma. There is a total liberation from the Indriya Mandala, which means the yogi fully transcends physical limitations and the constant pull of the sensory realm. The ultimate result? The attainment of supreme, unshakable stillness. The commentary leaves us with this stunning, powerful metaphor. The liberated yogi shines like the sun on earth. I mean, how beautiful is that? This symbolizes the ultimate liberation, self-realization, and the radiant, boundless energy of someone who has mastered the void. By dissolving the mind into the infinite expanse, the practitioner themselves becomes a source of supreme light, directly manifesting supreme Shivahood. So, I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. If you were to step outside today, look up at the boundless sky, and remove all visual boundaries, what exactly bounds your own consciousness? Go out there and experience a fraction of this ancient wisdom for yourself. On behalf of the VedmataAI family, we humbly request that if you found our presentation enlightening, please share this video widely so that authentic knowledge from Indian Vedic scriptures can reach the masses. Let us all come together to participate in this Gyan Yagna, offering of knowledge. Hard